Okay, good morning. My name's Adam Mitchell. Today we're going to be doing a session on recognising safety symbols and reporting procedures. We should be understanding safety signs and so that they can help everyone stay safe. These symbols warn us about hazards and tell us what actions to take. By the end of today, you should be able to recognise common safety symbols, explain what each one means, describe how to report an incident or hazard using simple procedures. We'll work step by step. I will demonstrate, we will practice together, and you will try and do it yourself. All text I'll read aloud, and you can ask me for help at any time. Please tell me if you need me to slow down or repeat anything. I do have the PowerPoint up here, which is in large print for you to see. Hopefully you can see that clearly. And your handouts here are in colour for you to follow along with as I go through the PowerPoint and through the lesson. So just sing out if you have any problems with that stuff there. Sorry, I just lost the PowerPoint there. The library computer has decided to kick me out. I think it may do that again. And I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to keep on logging back in here while we're doing the lesson. So for now, it's up there. If we do lose that one, it is here on your handout. You can follow along. Just let me know if that's going to be a problem for you. It's really just up there as a guide for me so that I know that what you're looking at is what I've got for you there in your handouts. So you've got the attendance sheet. We'll just mark that attendance sheet while we're going, please. If you could just put your name, today's date, and your signature to say that you're here, so that we don't have to repeat this lesson through lack of a roll marking exercise. Heaven forbid we have to do this again. Okay, so let's start by looking at some common safety symbols. Up on the board you can see the large icons, which are indicated here. There's fire, which is a red, it's a danger symbol. That indicates flammable material that you should stay away from, which is heat or flame. Obviously those are going to cause you serious instant damage and you don't want to have anything to do with it if you can avoid it. The next one would be a yellow warning symbol. These could be used for slippery surfaces, to encourage you to walk carefully and to avoid falling. Always handy to avoid falling, especially as I'm stepping over these cords here. You wouldn't want to do a neck injury in a OH&S lesson. No, quite unfortunate. Blue is a mandatory sign, things like PPE, so you might want to wear gloves, and gloves are important and they're worn for your protection. And mine, obviously, if I'm wounded. Green is for an emergency. That could show you where the first aid station is and identifies where medical help is available. Other examples of red would be like smoking prohibited, just to say this area here is not allowed for smoking. You're not allowed to smoke anywhere near here, wherever you see that red indication. Yellow could also, apart from slippery surface, could also indicate an electrical hazard, or high. So it could indicate that the electrical hazard is high voltage with the risk of electric shock. Another example of blue mandatory signs are for eye protection, which is again PPE, and you could have a goggle sign that indicates that your eye protection must be worn in this area. Another example of a green sign is an exit sign to say this way to the exit, and you can normally see them around the building, and in this building itself you can see an exit sign right there. What colour is that one?
Green.
What colour?
Green.
Yes, it is. I thought you said red. What would it be for, sorry, bear with me, just carry on there. Okay. Sorry, just, okay, so I'm actually going to say that I am missing some here, and that's not great. That's page 3 of 3, that's 1 of 3, and there is 2 of 3 right there. Okay, here we go. So if we're looking up at our symbols here in the handout, if you can just go to the symbols, we're going to now, we're moving on to the part where we do it. So we can do this together. I'll hold up a symbol and you tell me what that means, if that's okay. Well, if I could just point to a symbol and you might be able to tell me what that means. So what does the red symbol mean?
Means danger.
Red does mean danger, yes. It can also mean something is totally not allowed in that area. Yep, so red means you are in danger and these things are not allowed here, which is smoking's not allowed. Red obviously indicates that there's a high risk of danger there. Smoking is a high risk of danger, but it's over a long period of time. It's not an instant. You're not going to die from lung cancer that day, hopefully. So the next one that I'll indicate to is this one here. What would that one?
Slippery when wet.
Yes, yes. What else could it mean in another instance?
Electrical hazard.
Yes, high voltage, risk of electric shock. We go down the list now to what might a blue sign indicate?
It might say that you need to wear protective PPE gear.
Yep, PPE, which could be gloves, could be eye protection, can be, it's very security savvy here. They're trying to log us out all the time. We apologise about that.
Okay.
So going off your handout there,
Yes.
another symbol that we might be able to look at here is this one here. What would that one indicate?
Emergency exit.
So if that was the symbol, what colour would you think is suitable?
Green.
Green, that's right, yep. And then just to double back on the one that we lost on the PowerPoint, the symbol here for the goggles, what colour hazard would that indicate?
Yep.
That's right. Yes, that's right, blue. So moving on without the PowerPoint now. As I said, it has come back on, which is handy. So if we just go to the board here, I'm just going to say, oh,
I'm going to practice.
beg your pardon? Sorry, what is it?
Do I have to name these ones now? So I just label them?
On your handout here?
Yes.
Yep, I was just going to put them up on the board for you to do it that way, but if you'd rather do it there, that's fine. I'm happy to work with whatever
I
you'd
feel
like.
confident
So
here.
if you're confident,
So I'll say the colour and what the symbol means?
Yep.
Yep.
through this now. You just want to let me know you've got the flammable symbol,
Yep.
which is a red
Mhm.
sign.
Yep.
Yep, so that's correct. Tick there, well done. The next one here will be the no smoking sign. Put down that would be red too, which is correct. That's what we have in our handout, which is here, but it's not on the overhead now on the
I can see that.
screen. Yep, just making sure the screen there can see it, but it probably can't. So that's 2 out of 2. Well done. The next one is a hazard sign with the exclamation mark. You've nominated that as yellow, which is correct, and it's to nominate slippery surface, slippery and wet. Possibly the cleaning staff have come through and mopped the floor. That's a good one. You will see all of these fairly commonly. Well, perhaps not the blue, purple symbol for medical first aid. That's normally in red, but for this exercise it's in blue. And you've got that there as a green sign, which we did talk about before, which is similar to the safety exits, which you've also got here as green. And you can see right there, which is probably not good for assessment because it is giving you an easy answer, but I'll let you go on this one today. So those two are correct. That's green, green. Here we have the 2 blue ones, which you've got safety, PPE. It kind of look like winter mittens, but that's okay. This exercise, they could be welding gloves, let's say. To save you from heat.
Heat protecting clothes.
Yep. And the next one is the safety glasses, which you've got as blue as well, so that's all correct. So well done for that. You've got that. You've got one more, which is the yellow high voltage sign. Yep, sorry, got to discount that. So that's 2 reds, flammable, smoking, both correct. 2 yellows, slippery surface and high voltage, both yellows, that's right. 2 blues, PPE, which is one is gloves and the other one is safety glasses. And the 2 greens, which is the first aid station and the emergency exit. So that's well done for that one. So our next session, that was part 2, which is where we did that together. You carried on from what I was explaining at the start, and you've done well there. That shows me that you do have understanding of the topic, and I'm glad that you asked me for help to write that last one with your broken arm. How's that going? No? Not broken? Just...
I can't
Just-
read on my arm's fine.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry, I must be confused with the other learner cohort. Forgive me for that one. So now, now you will practice how to report something that you've seen. And here is what we've got there is a incident report form, and that's it there. And what I'm going to get you to do is to just go through and complete that form. Here's your pen back, just all of you. So I'll read the first section out loud, and you, if you'd like to tell me what you can write, what I should write. And this is you doing it. I'm just helping you with your writing side of things.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we need to look at. So, so what's happened? Describe what you saw. Let's give for an example. You've watched someone come and tip a drink on the floor. Are you okay? Would you like a minute?
I'm okay. Yep. Someone spilled their drink on the floor. Yep.
Okay. So you're going to describe what you saw. So to fill this out, what did you see? This is an example.
So I saw liquid on the floor.
Okay. Liquid on the floor, and that contributes to the hazard. You've identified it. So what we've done there is we've taken our duty of care and we've given that form a completed entry so that we can now move to the next stage, which would be then we report it and we can get that taken care of. The next part of this form is, where did this happen?
In the kitchen, at the workplace.
So in the kitchen, so say the lunchroom,
Yes.
in the kitchen / lunchroom. are you right to read the next bit, or would you like me to? Yeah, would you want to have a go at this bit?
Can you read it?
Yep. So the question here is, was anyone hurt in this incident?
No.
Okay, so you can circle no if you like.
Yep.
Yep, thank you. That's great. So no one was hurt. This is in the kitchen or the lunchroom. There is liquid on the floor. So we've said, what's happened? You've described it. Someone spilled something on the floor. Where did it happen? In the kitchen during lunchtime. Was anyone hurt? No, no one's been hurt yet, but that's the point of this exercise, is that we get in before someone gets hurt. And what have you done is the next question. So what did you do?
I found a slippery when wet sign
Okay,
right next to the fridge, and I popped it in this on near the spill, and then I grabbed my boss to tell him that there was a spill.
so you grabbed the slippery on that sign.
And told my boss to get so I could find out where the cleaning equipment was.
Told your boss. So we haven't actually cleaned this spill up at this stage?
No.
No one's cleaned this spill up? Okay.
I've got to find out what the equipment is to clean the spill.
Okay, so
Or should I clean the spill?
so in this instance, yeah, for this one, you have told your supervisor, you have got the sign up, but there's one bit that you haven't done, which is probably the most important part of this whole exercise, which is going to remove the hazard from anyone else.
So clean the spill with
Yep.
whatever materials are available.
Yep, you've tried it up and you've done a great job of doing that, so I'll put that down. Told your boss you've got the wet sign, and you have cleaned up the spill. Sorry for my writing. Yep.
So I told my boss, and it happened today.
Okay, so important in this, it's a document, it's a legal document, so your boss could be anyone, could change from day to day, and we need to actually identify who your boss was. So what's your boss's name today?
Zoe.
Zoe. So
Hollingsworth.
Zoe Hollingsworth. And is she your supervisor or your superintendent?
Supervisor.
Supervisor. Is she a nice boss?
Right.
Great boss.
Yes.
So we'll just put a happy face there. She's now happy. You've got the incident's been reported. You've nominated that you've cleaned it up, which is great, and your boss is now happy, which is always good. Happy boss. Happy payday, maybe, I'm not sure.
Yep.
We'll move on. So
And
as
today's
it's
date is the 12th of 11th.
okay, and because it is a legal document, it has to be dated 12th day of the 11th month, 2025. Okay, so that's the incident report form, and that's you and I working together to. I'll just put here no one was hurt, thank goodness. Well done for that one. You can hang on to that one if you'd like.
Okay.
There's your pen back. So we've got those two forms there. Okay, so in that instance, you were able to find the hazard, you were able to report the hazard, you were able to clean up the hazard, and you were able to document it correctly, which is really well done. So that's great that you were able to do that, and it shows that you're understanding what today's lesson is all about. So out of that, have you got any questions? Would you like to cover anything again, or you're not too sure about anything there that we've gone over?
I just was going to ask about this visual support that you gave me.
For your learning support.
Yes.
Okay, so because you've got some you've identified that you have some difficulties with your dyslexia. This is an extra learning support visual guide that we can go over. So if there's a hazard or danger, what would that indicate to you? What would a hazard or danger indicate that you need to do when you see that sign?
Be careful. And so the icons will be a flame or a lightning bolt, right?
Whichever one, you can do either of those, flame or a lightning bolt. It's just So, if there was if you had to report something, what would be a symbol that you could use for report? Yep, a document sign, that looks very good.
A checklist.
You're very good at art, aren't you? You are good. And to report, who would you report that to?
Supervisor or
Yep.
manager.
Your workplace health and safety
Yep.
representative. Yes.
PPE.
Yep. The symbol for PPE. You've drawn a flower, is it?
Some gloves.
Oh, yep. It's a glove. It is too. That's good. Sorry, I should have spotted that. And what does PPE help to do? How does PPE help to improve your daily tasks?
So protect yourself
It
from
does.
dangers in the workplace.
Yep. And it can also protect your other workers too. If they're wearing goggles and something happens in your hands, it protects them from possible splashes, which I have seen in the workplace happen to someone who was wearing goggles when we had an acid spill, but that person luckily didn't have any permanent eye damage because they got first aid quickly and we responded quickly. So PPE is really critical.
Because that one's tell somebody, so that would be like a speaking one, and this one is write.
That's okay. Yep.
So probably that's.
Okay, so you're swapping those over, so you.
And then I've got action, move safely. So I've done a running person,
Yep.
or
so
like a walking fast.
yes, yeah,
Not
safely.
running.
So you don't want to run,
Yeah.
especially if there's a hazard involved.
And then fill out
And
the
fill form, which you've swapped over from reporting. So the report is where you're telling someone, which is what we did just here, which you've done, and I'm confident that what you've got here in this report is going to tell whoever needs to be told what happened, when it happened, and what was done as an action to remedy that. So that's your languages, literacy, numeracy, support visual guide, your LLNV support visual guide. That's well done for that. Some great artwork done there. Which brings us to the part of the lesson where I'd just like to go back over and make sure that what we've covered today, you've got a good grasp of it, and obviously the stuff that we've written out here together is a great way to check on that, but we're just going to recap and go over it again. And so the safety symbols that we've gone over today, which we don't have up on the board anymore, but we'll just get you to indicate here for me. So this symbol here, what colour would that symbol be?
Or I just say them and turn it around and guess.
Okay, you want to have a,
Yeah, say what it is.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's the symbol is a fire.
Fire means flammable, danger, it's red.
Yes, correct. What about if I had a picture of a cigarette with a red circle and a cross through it?
Danger, red, no smoking in this area.
Yep, well done. What about if I had a yellow triangle, an equilateral triangle, with a exclamation mark in the middle of that
Can you
equilateral
show me
triangle?
that one first?
Yep, that would be that one there.
That one was when there's a wet surface, slippery when wet,
Yep,
and it is a warning sign.
yep, that's right. Yep. And another example of a yellow hazard could be
Lightning bolt, which means electrical hazard. It's also a warning sign.
yep, that's right. That's why it's yellow.
Touch.
Yep, it's to warn you to stay away. This one here, what would that indicate?
Blue, mandatory, you must be wearing protective gloves.
Yes, and we've worked out that they are probably for welding because they look like winter gloves. Because you wouldn't obviously wear thin rubber gloves for welding. You'd wear these thick puppies which would keep your fingers nice and protected. These skiing goggles.
That
No, they're not
is,
skiing
no,
goggles.
it's mandatory to be and wear glasses in the workplace.
Yep, that's correct. It's a blue symbol. And this one which we talked about being a first aid symbol.
Yep, so it's usually green, which means
see one that might indicate what this one's doing.
Yep, the emergency exit, which is green for emergency as well.
Yep. And that's really good. So with any of those, do you have any questions on those ones that might trip you up down the track? You're pretty clear with that?
Pretty confident, thank you.
What would be some other types of personal protective equipment, that's what PPE stands for?
Things like steel cap boots, so that you don't get your feet hurt. Environment where there's heavy things.
Yep. What about
Helmets, hard hats.
hard hat? Yep.
For workplace
Construction.
construction.
What else? What's something that you see often in, and you probably don't notice it, it's a PPE requirement, but it often has cuffs and it's long. Sometimes you have
Sometimes.
to keep your sun protection up, you have long sleeves and you have long pants, and that protects you. That's personal protective equipment that keeps you protected from the sun. And that's something that a lot of people don't think of because you're in the sun all day. When you see council guys or people that are wearing that long stuff, you just assume that's their uniform, but that's the reason why they have the longer sleeves and longer pant legs. And something that you might spot on a council worker's outfit that could be PPE would be reflective stuff too, which is if they're working at night, the car headlights can reflect and give a little bit of indication to drivers.
That's what you were talking about when you said the cuffs.
Yep. There's no wrong answers. I mean, any of that stuff is.
And
helpful.
flammable is flammable. Oh yeah, flammable liquids. Yeah, I've seen that one at the workplace. Just red, so don't.
And also you'll see that on some transport vehicles that are carrying flammable liquids too. Because really we should have our eyes open to this stuff, not just in the workplace but anywhere, because there's a lot of dangers just getting around in our day-to-day lives. So that's really good that you've understood all that, and I think today you've got a good grasp of what's required of you for this session. And what have we got here? We've got so we've got an evaluation form that I'll just get you to fill out. Before I do that, with regards to your dyslexia, there is some learning support that you can access for free, which is the Reading and Writing Hotline. Have you heard of that before? No? They offer free and it's confidential, so the only people that you have to talk to is those guys, and they can give you free, really good help for any questions that you might have, and they're really approachable if you did want to contact them. I don't know if you remember the ad. It's 1300 655 06. It's a catchy jingle. 1300.
Yeah, I do
Yep.
remember.
Yep. Okay, and I think that is to just give people that memory flashback and think that's right. I've heard that before, because numbers might not be your strong point, or writing might not be a strong point. Those guys are really helpful, and that's what they're there to do. They're there to help you. They're not there 24 hours a day. They're there from Monday to Friday, office hours 9 to 5, and that's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So is that something that you think you might be able to take advantage of? Okay, well that's really good. So now what I'll get you to do is you've got the evaluation form there, and I'll get you to fill that out if you could, please. And I don't need to see that. You've signed the attendance sheet, haven't you? And you've signed that off. That's okay. No worries. Yep. Thank you very much for that. Got that. And I'll just let you take care of that while I take my name off the board. Yep. Thank you. You've done a really great job today.